Well, hello, YouTube pipe community. Vaping Piper coming at you. Currently getting blinded by my phone light. I watched the Super Bowl tonight. It was a good game, and then it got really intense. I wasn't really for either side, but I was in my local cigar store, which happened to open today, and I was their first customer ever. That was cool. Brought some pipes over, smoked them, brought them some cigars, bought some cigars. Was there for 6 hours as I watched the Super Bowl. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was pretty awesome end of the game. But this is a video response to Sue Dunhill's contests for the Rick Black pokers. Holy moly, when I saw all those pipes coming out, I did not see the end of that video. Where she had the three pipes. She had her pipe that he made, a little Dublin, and then the one she had for her friend being made with the beautiful grain top and the black sides. And then at the end, she was like, 200 subs, I gotta have another one for my followers. And I was like, oh, wow. So, congratulations, Sue Dunhill, on 200 subscribers. Holy moly, that's awesome. You're great. I know exactly why you have that many, and I don't know why you don't have more. So, the questions are, what do you do with the bits and pieces? We'll get to that. And then 3 tips about cellaring tobacco. And then who's the black sheep in your family? So we'll start out with the bits and pieces. So when I first heard that, I was like, bits and pieces? I don't know what that means at all. And then in the video, she mentions that one of her subscribers, apparently she had talked about it, and he was like, I don't have bits and pieces because I finished. So I came to the conclusion, oh, it must be tobacco in the bowl. And if you don't finish it, you have bits and pieces left over. And maybe you smoke it again. Maybe you take it out and put it in a jar. No idea. But my first thought was bits and pieces. It must be bits and pieces of pipes. If you have pipes, you must have parts. I smoke a lot of corn cobs, and you burn through those. So I have some pieces of corn cobs. I mean, I have some ferrules laying around. Well, not laying around. I mean, I keep them because they're great because they fall off. The little metal piece right there that gives the wood structure to not split with the bit. I got a couple of those. And then I also have stems. If I get I generally keep the same stem from the old pipe if I get a new pipe. I don't know why. But I have some stems. And then obviously this one's unsmoked because this doesn't work if you smoke it. It's pretty rough if you try. But a Missouri Meerschaum corncob pipe stem fits into a 510 anything. This is right now just in a little old school bridge dripping atomizer, and it fits right down in there. I don't even think I sanded it or anything. I did cut it shorter, I think. I cut the tinion shorter to tinin, so it wasn't touching down on the bridge. But who wouldn't want a nice classy vape? It's just great. Right off a corncob pipe. Like I said, it doesn't work if you use it. That's really rough. I've tried it. Nasty. But I'm vaping some Hurricane Vapor from Florida. Great company. This is actually Twilight Cavendish. They make pipe tobacco flavors. So if there's any vapors out there, I know Miss Sue does a little vaping herself. They actually have some great pipe flavors. This is the only company I've ever had where the tobacco tastes anything like a pipe. It's pretty strong. This is actually a little bit old. I don't know. I ordered it around the middle in September, October of last year. So it's actually gotten pretty dark. It's steeped for a while. I don't know if you can see that. But it comes a little lighter. So right now it's pretty thick. But it's about as close as you can get to a pipe when it comes to vaping. And I've had a lot of juices. So there's my bits and pieces spiel. I hope that covers it, kind of. My own take on it. Guess this is what this is about. This is the YouTube pipe community. It's about us. So, the next thing, 3 tips on cellaring. Let's go on down to the cellar. Now, this is my first look, your first look, at my pipe collection / cellar of tobacco / my cigar humidor. You'll see that on the top left. And then on the top right is another little cigar box full of my bits and pieces of pipes. So, here is my cellar. Let me back it out for you, get the full view. Got my MacArthur up there on the old drum set. Drum set man, he's handling that pipe very well. Yep. And then down here we got the cellar. I would say a good tip would be labeling, but I don't think that counts as a tip. I would hope I would have to label them. That would be really hard if I didn't label them. I mean, I guess I would figure it out, but a lot of Englishes run together. So my first tip would have to be, my personal standpoint, is you can see this right here. That's some Virginia flake. So let me get this big bottle back here. It's some Newminster 400 Superior Navy flake. Actually saw some videos on it. Some people say it's awful because it's so cheap. Some people say it's a great bargain. I loved it. It's great. I think it's delicious. It's very sweet, very mellow. It's great. It's a Virginia tobacco, straight tobacco. So that one doesn't have a top on it because I am not much for the smoking of the moist tobacco at all. Especially being up here in the mountains, it gets, your pipe can be pretty wet pretty quick. That's why I smoke a lot of corn cobs as well, because of the briars. And one of my favorites, the pearwood pipe up there. They and especially the meerschaum, they get pretty moist pretty fast with the moisture in the air. So yeah, what I do is I get it, and this one just happens to be in the jar, but sometimes I'll put it out on a piece of paper and just let it dry out. I'll let it dry out because I want to be able to use it right out of the jar. This isn't as much as a formal cellar where I get to put it away and keep it away, because I get to smoke all these. I don't have enough to not smoke, so I have to prepare it for smoking. So I leave the top off. This one, just let it dry out a bit. My next tip is quite the contrary of that. If you do happen to over dry your tobacco, I use one of these guys. Let's see if I can't blind us right quick. This is a little moisture pellet type deal. It's got ceramic on the inside. It opens up. It's got a little seam on the side. See if we can't focus on this. There we go. It's got a little seam and it opens up, and you take the ceramic out and just soak it in distilled water. And then you put it back in and you put it in your pipe tobacco. And all it does is evaporate off a little bit, and it gives it some moisture back if you just happen to overdo it, which happens. It definitely happens. And then my next tip, which is completely personal preference to me, I don't know if you can see the trend, but I like the organization. I like my my cellar to look good. As you can see over here, I got my tall jars, and then it goes all the way down to the wee jars. Yep, and then some tins. So over here, like, this is my big jar of nightcap, which has gone down quite a bit since we saw the last video together. And then it just goes down to the regular size ones right there, and then it goes down to the shorties, and then it goes down to the stubbies, the nubs. So yeah, I like to keep my tobacco cellar organized. And my last, well, I guess that would be my third tip. I think so. No, it wouldn't. Okay. My third tip, yes, it would. I'm sorry, it is my third tip. Huh, I'm getting lost because I have another one, which I have yet to try. But I saw on another YouTube video, pipe community video, if you take a jar and you take the top off and you put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, it makes a little moisture on the inside, and then when you seal it back up, when you have the clicky top ones, that guy, then it'll actually, when it evaporates back into the jar and from being condensed on the sides, it'll actually seal it. So I gotta try that. So that's the disclaimer. I've never done it, but I would love to try it, and it worked in the video I saw, so why not? Well, there's that. So on to the last question. Who's the black sheep in your family? Well, the black sheep in my family, I'm guessing, would have to be me. Because, I mean, I'm very different from my family, but I mean, I'm different from my parents, but I'm also very similar to my parents. I mean, they raised me. But I love obviously I love my pipes. I have my humidor of cigars. I love to smoke and all the different blends and just the craftsmanship and the art. And my parents do not at all. They don't like to have anything to do with it. They don't like the smell of it. Yeah, they don't like guns very much. And I have a lot of guns that I inherited from my grandfather that are now mine. And I love guns and I love tobacco, and they don't. So I guess that makes me the black sheep. I have two adopted, a little brother and a little sister, and then I have an older sister who just graduated college, and I'm in my second year of college, and so I'm pretty much unique out of all of that. Definitely the only one who vapes, keeping it real. But yeah, this is my video response to Sue Dunhill and her poker contest for those beautiful Rick Black pipes. Holy moly. I would love to have that poker. I don't have a poker. You saw it? Nothing back there. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. This is a good one. I like getting to show this stuff off, and I like talking to you guys. And leave a comment, say anything, say hello. If I've never talked to you, talk to me. I'll talk to you. So I'll subscribe to you. If you subscribe to me, a little shout out there. So yeah, have a great night. If you're a Seahawks fan, I'm sorry, but yeah. So just keep on piping or keep on vaping or just mix them together and have fun. Do what you want to do.